Hello people, welcome back to the Just Joe Football Show. It's time for a brand new segment. On the morning, early doors, we've got the Daily Leeds. Well, on an evening, I'm going to bring you top flight news bite. It's going to be a roundup of all the latest news from in and around the top flight. Catchy little name. I hope you like it. Hope you like the feature. If you do, let me know in the comments. Of course, smash a like on the stream. As always, we're going to aim for 500 likes. Once we've hit that regularly, then we're going to move that up. Please subscribe to the channel. As you'll have seen on the Daily Leeds, I asked for 2K before the end of the season. We got there within 24 hours. Let's see if we can get to 3K before the end of the season. It's a tall ask. Not many days left to do it, but fingers crossed we can make that happen. Make sure you comment on the video and, of course, get the notification bell on so you are notified when the Daily Leeds, the top flight news bite, or any watch-alongs or any other content that I decide to put out, you will be alerted to that. And of course, you can too become a member of Just Joe and join Just Joe FC. The details are in the description. Plenty little perks you shall get. And let's get straight into the video. Heard it right. It's going to be Just Joe, and it's going to be all about football. He showed descent. Bamford, it's in! Yes! Yes! I don't see many more appearances from Pablo. Fantastic inaugural guest. I have to pull out the big guns. So let's get straight into it, guys, then. The news around the top flight today. First of all, Roy Hodgson is to step down as Crystal Palace manager. Of course, it's probably the worst, best-kept secret. We all know it was going to happen. I assumed Eddie Howe. I said that for a long period of time. We're then hearing about Sean Dyche. He's been seen, checking out properties down in London. But in actual fact, the latest front-runner for it is, of course, my arch nemesis, Fat Frank Lampard. Yes, that is right. Frank Lampard is one of the main options as Crystal Palace's new manager, along with Steve Cooper, who, of course, got a win yesterday in the first playoff game against Barnsley. He's Swansea manager. Looks like, Schmeigel kind of vibes, but he's in the list there as a potential candidate as well. We're being told that Crystal Palace will decide in the next few days. Look, I think if Frank's in the running, he's going to take it. And if he gets that job, then know that Joe Wayman is going to be back in Crystal Palace for relegation next season. I am that much not backing Frank to do well in management whatsoever, or just in life in general. But I guess he's already done well, hasn't he? He's already done well. He's one of the best or the highest scoring midfielders in Premier League history. So, yeah, my feelings on Fat Frank, though. Or Frank, sorry. My apologies, Frank. I know you're not watching this. But, yeah, look, good luck. It looks like he might get the Crystal Palace manager job. Next is, of course, our opponents earlier on this evening. Southampton have decided to sign Theo Walcott on a 2-year deal. He returned to St Mary's on a season-long loan from Everton last year. He's impressed Ralph Hasenhüttl and decided to go back to that club on a permanent basis for 2 years, where it all started for him. Never really reached the heights that we all expected him to do when he was included in that England setup under Sven Goran Eriksson. But yeah, he's now back at Southampton on a permanent basis. Jesse Lingard has been told, and Ollie has confirmed, that he is no longer in Man United plans and will be allowed to leave on a permanent transfer. Don't suppose there's any shocks there. It has been reported in The Athletic, though, that with West Ham not getting Champions League football, it's gone, hasn't it? For me, they're probably going to end up getting European Conference. We always thought they might drop off, and I guess West Ham fans will still be happy with European football in any capacity, because a lot of them had themselves tipped for relegation. We know that Corey did, and a lot of other West Ham fans did as well. So it's been an amazing season for them. It was always going to be a tall order for them to get Champions League. They're going to drop out, probably get European Conference rather than the UEFA Cup, or Europa League as it's now known. So West Ham apparently are saying, we're going to struggle now. We're no longer a front runner for Lingard's signature. Whether or not that's down to money, I think it's more a case of that Jesse Lingard is a top player. I never rated him at Manchester United, probably because of the rivalry between us and Manchester United. But he's shown to me when he's got to West Ham that he's an absolute baller. He would improve the majority of sides in the Premier League. He'd improve Leeds United side. Let's not be honest, let's not beat about the bush. It'll be interesting to see where will he go. I think he goes to a top side with Harry Kane, who we're going to touch on in a second. Maybe he goes to Spurs. Maybe they have a bit of cash to spend. Maybe he goes to a Leicester, maybe even Arsenal. He could rock up there. Obviously, they're unsure whether or not Odegaard will stay there long term. So maybe he'll go there. Let me know in the comments, guys, where you think Jesse Lingard will be plying his trade next season. That brings us nicely on to Spurs. And, of course, Harry Kane, the breaking news yesterday. And on yesterday's top flight news bite, I gave you some information about Harry Kane has now asked Tottenham to leave, and he wants it done by the Euros. Whether or not Daniel Levy will be ready to do it that quick, I'm not so sure. But apparently they've been looking at different options, and they have named Manchester United's Anthony Martial and Manchester City's Gabriel Jesus as potential makeweights in any deal to sell the striker Harry Kane. So if that is to be, I mean, it's quite a drop-off, let's not be honest, to go from Harry Kane, the absolute goal machine, to either Martial or Gabriel Jesus. I believe Alisson Becker's probably got more goal involvements than Anthony Martial this season, let's be honest. But yeah, look, it's quite a drop-off, but I'm assuming they need a striker and will want one quick. And maybe they look at it and say, look, we want at least 120 million and Martial and Gabriel Jesus. Apparently, Harry Kane's favoured destination is City. I still think he's going to rock up at Man United. I've just got that intuition. It is what it is. Yeah, as we know, as I say, the 27-year-old reiterated his desire to leave Spurs this summer after yet another season without a trophy. Daniel Levy is asking for about 150 million. Apparently, reported by Mail Online, apparently Patrick Bamford is said to be one of the number of strikers considered by Tottenham. That ain't happening. I don't think Paddy would leave, but I don't think Tottenham would go after Paddy as well. And that maybe that I'm doing him a bit of disservice because he's probably better than Martial. Tottenham needs someone bigger and better to replace Harry Kane, if I'm being totally honest. And I don't think it's a poor news story. I don't think that's happening. But it'll be interesting to see what happens with Harry Kane. By all accounts, he has to leave last summer, but they said, look, we're getting Mourinho in. Give us time. Let's see what we can do with him. Obviously, they were top for a period of time. They were, doing really well, and then just fell off a cliff. And naturally, he said, "Now, game's up. I'm gone. I want to go." And you can't blame the guy. You can't blame the guy. And finally, guys, I just want to bring you the news. Unfortunately for Leeds United fans, the news that Eric Cantona and Roy Keane have been inducted into the Premier League Hall of Fame, along with, of course, Alan Shearer and Thierry Henry. There's going to be 6 announcements. We've already had 2. We did say on Before the Whistle Blows over on All Leeds TV, to be fair, that we expected it to be a Manchester United player, and we've been given 2 more. I expect us to be given a few more. As I said, there's 6 this week that will be announced. 2 have already been announced in Roy Keane and Eric Cantona. Let me know your guys' thoughts on who you believe the next Premier League Hall of Fame inductees to be. And if there was to be a Leeds United inclusion, if you are a Leeds United fan, let me know who you would include from our players who have applied their trade in the Premier League. That was your daily top flight news bite. Thank you very much for watching. Let me know if you like the video. Please like the video. Let's see if we can get to 500 likes. I'm going to keep these constant. You'll have your daily leads, your top flight news bite on an evening. So let me know if you like that. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, comment, and get notifications on. Let's see if we can get to 3K before the end of the season. Thanks as always for watching, and I'll see you in a bit.